Hey everybody, my name is Jen and this is Jen Geigley Knits. Welcome, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying cozy. Here in the Midwest, we've been hit by like way sub-zero wind chills for the past, I don't even know how many days. It's been very, very cold, and I know several states got hit by that big snowstorm, so I hope you're staying warm. I have been doing a lot of knitting. I'll show you this in a bit. I have been packing and getting ready for New York City for Vogue Knitting Live, and so I'll share that in a bit as well. And then last week, Erica and I met up for coffee, and we have a very special thing to unveil, so let's start with that. Hi, we're getting coffee and catching up. It's been a while, actually.
Yeah, it's a couple weeks. Longer than that?
You were in Florida?
The first of the year, probably.
Right. We've been busy.
Yeah.
But you have so many projects to show. It's like...
I've been busy.
What?
Yeah. So I finished my traveler hoodie. So good. And I used, channeled Jen and used this fabulous greeny yellow. So good. Traveler hoodie was super fun to knit. I really like it, but I think I went maybe like an inch or two longer. And then kind of aggressively blocked it so that the accordions would kind of chill out. But it's good. It's a really smart pattern.
Perfect.
The hood is beautiful, and the casing.
Did the hood take long?
Oh my gosh, it took forever.
I think people underestimate a hood, but I think that's a lot of fabric. It's so great.
It's so good.
And this yarn, is it Lavender Loom?
Oh yes, this is the Lavender Loom from, we got it at Wool and Affair.
It's so wearable. This is so unique.
Yeah, it's
so cool.
It was a really good choice because I think originally we were looking for red for this, and then I couldn't find the right red saga. It continues. But then we saw this, and I was like, oh, that's it, 100%.
So neat. I love the yellow, obviously, but you can change it out if you get sick of it.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to step out of my pink comfort zone.
She has a blue hat instead of red or pink.
New year, new me.
It is. Okay. What else do you,
I just have to say that, man, Andrea Mallory, she writes a really good pattern. I think you said in Andrea we trust.
In Andrea we trust. That is true.
It's true. When I think there was one part in this where I was like, I don't know. You were like, just follow the pattern.
She's so
and
smart.
It's right. It is. The details are so good. So yay! I mean, we all know that she's awesome, but there's a reason that her patterns are so popular. It's because of the details.
And she knows it's going to block out, and she knows it's going to.
That's what it was. It was when I did go in a couple extra inches because I knew that I wanted the final a little bit longer, but then I was like, I still don't know how this is going to work. And Jen was like, it'll be fine. Just trust the pattern. And yeah, it's great.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I want one.
I highly recommend everyone do this, and there's a crew neck version too. And you guys all know this. I'm like so late to the Traveler hoodie gang, but
there's no hurry to make. Like, I love all the older patterns. I know it's like, I don't know, you have these on your list and you have to get to them when you can get to them. But yeah,
well,
you cranked this out fast.
It took about 2 months. So
it seems like you just did it in December.
No, I started it around Thanksgiving. I think is what my project page said. For me, it felt like I did it forever because the purling is not the most enjoyable, but I really wanted this product. And this is one of those that, like, when it came out, we were like, oh, that's cool. I kind of like that. And then every time I saw it in person, I was like, I need that. It's so good.
And when you see the projects in Ravelry popping up, and they're also good. I think you have to put your sleeve close so they can see that yarn because it's so good. Look at that.
It's like a brown too, like a dark brown, black, gray. Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, and then I am making good progress on my Sean.
Dang.
So I have split sleeves, and I've got my first stripe completed.
Wow, that's so good.
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of a pink to kind of pull it together. And then next up is this amazing gold.
Look at it in the light. So good. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Oh my God, I love that.
So I've just been plugging away on that. And then when I went to Florida, I needed something small to work on. So I cast on my Cloudbow. And this is yarn from Chelsea. Yep, Chelsea Luxe. And we got this at Cake this year for this. And so this is the front, and then that's a sleeve, and it'll be about 3/4 bracelet length.
Look how pretty.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my gosh,
So
this is the perfect project for this yarn.
Started the second sleeve, and then you, I think, do the peplum. So that's like the top. I think it'll be good.
You're so far.
Yeah.
You did just start this.
Yes, but this is on like 10.5, and I, drove to Florida, so I had hotel time, and then I had time in the evening because my dad goes to bed at like 6 or and then on the airplane home. So yeah, I've had a lot of time to work on that. But
plus the news has been stressful, and like
yeah, this week was rough where like I think I went to bed at 8:30 a couple of nights, and like just
physical tiredness and like
lack of motivation to do anything other than like the comfort thing. So it's nice that both of my projects are like in that stuck in it phase, because I don't have the capacity to take on anything more challenging right now. So it's good to have that comfort thing like all set up.
Agreed.
Yeah,
we got a lot done.
Also, I really want that Cloudbow for when we go to Nashville. So
it's the perfect place to wear it, and
I've heard because it's the new year, a lot of podcasts or YouTubers are talking about this balance between product and process knitting.
Yeah,
and I think that I could be a little bit more intentional about how I'm knitting. I have definitely become like a product knitter. And like I want the thing, and I want it to be done, and I want to buy more yarn, but I feel like in order to buy more yarn, I have to use the yarn I already have.
I think you're intentional, though. I think you're really good at that.
Yeah,
I think you're a good planner. You like really knit what you want, and I think there's nothing wrong with what you do. And you're very productive.
I think I would like a better balance, and I think I want to do more color work. I think I've been avoiding color work because it takes that extra mental capacity and planning to put the colors together, especially when you're talking about like a Jameson style multicolor thing.
Unless it's like a Gudrun kit.
Yeah, you just let someone else do it for you.
She gifted me a Gudrun Christmas hat that I cannot wait. With yellow. Anyway. Yeah, but I get that.
Do you think you balance product versus process, or do you think you're one or the other?
Mine's different because it's like
it's hard because you're a designer.
Knitting, and I have a lot of that, and then I get to do fun knitting, but I don't feel like I get to do the fun knitting enough. So I want to take a whole year of just fun knitting, but then that never happens. So
that's true.
I have a weird, not good balance of. But I like right now I'm working on a billion things.
Well, and
which I think is fun.
Your Lærke Bagger, I think, would be a process knit.
That is
right.
Yes, and that's super fun, experimental, like you can't do anything wrong, and there's no pressure on that either, which I love, and that's super, like, grab what you feel and make it, like, I don't know, I love, that's like a freedom, fun project.
That's true.
And I love that kind of stuff.
Well, and I think I'm doing a little of that with the Sean, but I feel like I would say I'm definitely not a type A person, but I have very strong type A tendencies.
Yeah, you're a good mix.
I'm a weird balance.
Because you're relaxed about stuff?
Yeah.
Too.
But internally, I think I'm harder on myself than I am externally.
You are.
But trying to control that sweater striping, it is really hard because I want it to be a regular stripes, but my brain wants the stripes to be exact.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm like, that's my personal battle right now, is like, it's okay that it's 4 row stripes and not 10, right? So, yeah.
So, You found something.
Yes, and then we both fell down a rabbit hole. So we're both on the Facebook D-Stash group online, and someone posted about having a Fair Isle kit, and it was wool, and it was like $20 or something, and I'm like, oh, I'll take that. And the seller was in Florida, which I always think is so funny when Florida has, because I find when I go with my dad, we'll find wool yarn at thrift stores down there, and I just think it's like, it's so warm down there, but it's actually snowing there right now, so you never know. But anyway, I ordered this kit, and then I think I sent it to you and was like, look what I just bought. And then we both like kind of spiraled about it.
Because it's how old?
Does it have a year? Probably 60s, right?
It looks like it.
It doesn't say, but here is the cover that it came with. And mine has a little like place of purchase tag, which I think is so fun. So it was originally, it's doing the thing. I don't know. So it was originally purchased in,
there you go.
Oh, you guys. Oh, there we go. In Banff, which I think is super fun.
The history.
But it is this whole kit. So it came, this was full, and I pulled out part of it. And then here is the yoke. So what the kit is they send you the yoke already knit up, and then you have the body yarn to make either the cardigan or the sweater. And so yeah, it definitely has to be like late 60s, 70s, somewhere in there. Early 70s would be my guess.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
And so then when I got it, I was like, oh, Jen, this is way better than we ever thought it could be.
Because it's wool. It's Shetland
wool.
Beautiful red. Like, this is your red.
Yeah.
You couldn't even find this red if you tried.
No. So funny.
Country life. Look at that.
Yeah.
Country life.
So then,
foreplay.
Do you want to pick up your hole where you fell in?
So then I was like, what is the, I just got obsessed about the yoke. That was a pre-knit yoke, that you could get it like this, that it was like saving you time and like, the whole vibe.
It's so good.
It's so beautiful and vibrant. Yours is so good.
Yeah.
So then I was like, are there more of these? So I was looking on eBay, and then I fell in love with this seller that has a Doberman rescue, and she had other fun things. So she is where I got that Nikki Epstein kit for the felted bag with the cat and mouse. But then she had a second one that smells like mothballs, but it's okay. I've been airing it out for 3 weeks outside. Yeah, it's the same exact kit in blue and purple, but yeah, we have matching kits. Okay, so mine has been in a produce bag outside my house, and I sprayed it with some smell stuff because the mothball smell was really bad, but it's gotten better. So mine is this blue with purple.
That's so good.
Same Country Life label, but it's bled a little bit because I sprayed it with some stuff because I'm trying to. The mothball scent was like about to knock me out in the beginning. It's much better now. Like now I can knit with it, and I think it'll be fine. And like you said, I can block it and air it out, and like maybe a couple times, and it's gonna get better. But mine is blue and purple.
That looks so good. It really does.
It does like put us together. So mine's more, tonal. Yours is a high contrast. Look how different they look.
Yeah, it's wild.
And mine doesn't have the trees. They are slightly different.
Oh, that's funny.
And these are a little different.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it's the same
vibe.
The same rest of it. Because it must have just come with different yolks.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Huh. That's so funny. Yeah, because mine's not the one on the picture.
You have like trees and snowflakes.
I have a special edition.
You do. You do. But same yarn, same Shetland 4-ply. Mm-hmm. That's fascinating because you never know with an older kit what you're gonna, what the yarn's gonna be, or the content. But
yeah.
So yeah, mine's more blendy, but I really like cool colors, and I like the purple and the blue. And so now we have a new fun vintage project to work on together.
So good.
And it's fun that we both have one. But yeah, this really started with you, and I copied you.
That's great,
You
though.
get original credit, but it is fun to do with a friend.
It is, and
it's so unique.
I just love the idea that you could buy a knitted yoke and then add your own sweater to it or cardigan. And
like if this was the part that intimidated you,
yeah,
don't let that stop you. Look how crisp yours. This is just so good.
You blocked yours though too because of the mothball. So mine is still fresh.
Mine's a little
But I love a vintage yarn, from the label to the content to it's just the fiber content mixes are so unique that we don't see all the time. And so then when Jen was the Doberman Rescue, she sent me the link to it, and I was like, oh, buy me this red yarn, which is, I don't even know what you would call this, but it's so weird.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's not boucle, it's like...
No, and it kind of feels like a chenille almost. The tag just says 100% acrylic, but it has this little cute creature there with his yarn ball. It's
fizz.
Yeah. So there's like 12 or 13 balls of that red stuff, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it is wild. And usually what I do with the crazy vintage yarn is I'll hold it with a solid to give it a little bit more structure, but then the texture will still shine through.
This is good on its own.
Yeah.
Or so, like Lærke Bagger sweater.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll have to knit that up and kind of see what it looks like. But
yeah, this Doberman Rescue lady, if you find her on eBay, has a bunch of vintage yarns and these kits, and she had a cave facet kit too, like some really interesting things that, like, I couldn't believe I found another one like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's many of these around. There seemed to be, I don't know. Anyway, it was just fun to find a seller that had cool old things, and she was really nice and packaged it all up and wrote us a little note. And
well, and obviously I love the idea of thinking about someone else's stash once it's a little morbid, but once they're gone, thinking about like that person picking out the yarn and kind of what they were into at the time. And when you were pulling out on your last episode all of the yarns for your Lærke Bagger sweater, I was thinking about how the early 2000s were such a wild time for knitting. And
this is true.
It was, and obviously I mean, knitting's always been around, but it definitely had a resurgence in the early 2000s with the Debbie Stoller books and I think just that really making knitting more approachable to new knitters. And we were doing crazy amounts of felting. There was fun fur in everything.
We were not afraid to experiment right out of the gate because the books were very embracing that. Like you could make some cool, weird ear warmers and some,
I remember making a felted bag with a fun fur like top, and I think about that now and it sounds like horrid, but I loved that bag and it was great. I took it to the grocery store for years when I was in college.
Amazing.
Yeah,
weird accessories. Well, even like my book, I brought that book too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I just really love thinking about just like fashion. Knitting goes through trends and looking back on them, and now the 2000s are cool again. So
it's all
fun fur it is.
And the fabulous felted bags from Nikki Epstein. Yeah, this was super inventive, and she always has been. And
and just really,
I admire that.
Using knitting as a form of like high fashion too. I think we really saw it in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's still there, but it was like
couture knits and like different, very one of a kind art pieces.
Yeah.
That, did different techniques and different, I don't know. Anyway,
just being creative.
We're excited to do this fun
thing.
We'll see.
We'll see what comes of this, right?
Right. We have to look at the instructions. Yeah, they kind of get, is yours like this where it's like tied together by string?
Yes. Yep, I've got string in the top.
So it's interesting because we have to seam this. You have to make a collar.
Yes. Are you going to do a cardigan or are you going to do a pullover?
I don't know. What are you going to do? I was thinking pullover, just I don't know why.
I think I'll probably do the cardigan because I'm a little stressed out about, I don't know. This to me reads more cardigan.
Yeah. Mine kind of does too.
Yeah. I think too, because my body color is so much different than my yarn color.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It looks pretty good with the traveler too.
I want to read the pattern.
Maybe I'll do like I could do the traveler body.
We could just wear it like this as a
collar. High fashion.
Just wear these.
We're done. Funver, and we are done.
Amazing. That's our new fun vintage project. I love it. So yeah, neither of us have actually like dug into our kits yet and started those projects, but it's on our to-do list. I think it's really fun that we each found one that matches, that it's the same kit with all the wool and everything included. And we're excited to start this adventure. And I think it's more fun to do this with a friend, and it's crazy that we were able to find matching kits. And so that is an adventure for later, but we are excited to do that together. So let's just jump right into my sweater project from last week. This is my Lærke Bagger Scrappy sweater that I have used all my little leftover balls of random weird novelty yarn, Noro, anything goes. And so I am almost done. I think I jinxed myself last week when I said, oh, I'll have this done by the weekend. That did not happen. I was teaching classes, I was busy, life just got like busier than I thought it was going to be, and so it took a little bit longer. And of course, there's nothing like waiting until the last minute to finish a sweater project, which is what I tend to do, I guess, every time I'm traveling. So I leave for New York City tomorrow for Vogue Knitting Live. I'm going to finish this tonight. As you can see, I have a lot of ends to deal with, but I'm knitting the collar and I'm done. So this is it. You can see basically what it looks like. And you'll see me wearing it in New York City in next week's video. I'll do a recap. So yeah, I got it done. I'm so excited, so proud. Look at this furry little section on the sleeve. I had the most fun switching colors and playing with yarns and finishing this up this week. The sleeves do not match. I love how different and crazy it is. The back is different than the front. It was really hard to decide where the front and the back were going to be. And I still am like, oh, did I do the right thing with that? But I love it. I'm going to go a little bit higher, like maybe a little mock neck on this neck, because I have this much left of that full skein of Magpie bulky in my favorite Strange Brew. And I think it'd be, just because it's so cold too, I think it would feel nice to have a little bit higher neck, but it looks good with a crew neck too. But I love it. And I love the width of this bottom. And so maybe I'll kind of match that. But this is my finished almost Lærke Bagger sweater. Technically this is like the inner child sweater from whichever book that's in, but it's also kind of a combo of some of her other techniques and ideas and other sweaters. And I just want to make more. I want to make a t-shirt. I want to make a dress. I want to like go off the rails and make like a skirt. I have no idea. That dress she has in the book is so cool. It's like a pleated, like little, I don't even know, almost an A-line dress. I am just obsessed with the idea of doing this. You could do anything. You could do a vest. Like she has a bag in there that I want to do. And so I am super into this right now. If you want to knit along, grab some scraps. Her patterns are not available online that I know of, and so you would have to have the books, but I've linked all that below, and it's also in my Amazon links. If you look at the list of my notes below, I always put my Amazon links all the way at the bottom, and you can find all the things I talk about and all my knitting gear, all the things I pack. So I'm going to talk about the New York stuff in a minute, and even my Iceland list of packing stuff. That is all there on the Amazon links, and so go check that out. But yeah, this is my finished sweater. I cannot wait to wear this. I think I'm probably just going to wear it with jeans or black jeans. It really doesn't matter, but I love it. and it was so much fun. So here's the front, technically, and the back, and the bottom up thing totally worked out in the end. I was a little bit like, is this going to be too small? You just trust it, and you trust the measurements and your gauge, and it's a wacky gauge, but really I kind of did play it safe, even though it's a lot of crazy colors happening here, but she does like see-through mohair, like a strand, and it's, you can like see your body underneath, and she wears it with like a black bra, and it's so punk rock and cool that I would love to be brave and do one like that too. But I started with cozy and solid because I'm going to New York City and it's going to be cold while we're there, and I'm cold here. And so I'm just thinking cozy wool, a blend of Noro. I have fun fur. I have magpie. This yellow was like a custom dyed one we're doing like color trials for my Knit Stars class, and they did like this custom gem yellow that's neon. So I put that in there. But yeah, it's fun to look back. Like a lot of this was the yard sale yarn that I got for $1 from a man who was selling his late wife, had passed, and he was selling her stash like at a yard sale. And so a lot of these, solid colors were from that, and the fun fur too. This was from her, and it's just fun to kind of carry that on. This Jiffy, the pink Jiffy was hers. The purples were her. And then this Nora was mine that I had really like saved for a special occasion for some reason. This is the time to use it. And so I just feel like it was such a fun adventure, and it went so fast, and I just want to make a million projects like this. I'm very inspired by the colors, the textures, the changing of the yarns, the imperfect nature of the whole thing. I just love it. So I encourage you, if you want to go for it, let's do it. Let's do like an informal knit along, maybe in February. Not a lot of structure, but grab your leftovers, make a little bag like I did, just stick some random skeins in a tote bag. And I think I'm seriously going to make more. So let's just cast on something together when I get back from New York. So somehow in the middle of all this heavy news and the awful things that are happening in Minnesota, I got good news today, which is such a confusing way to live right now. It's like we have, I'm parenting and I have normal life things, and then I had like a good thing, and then there's just all this sadness. So it's like really hard to know how to feel these days. I have mixed feelings about life in general, but I did get some good news today that is going to kind of shape my year to come, I think, and the year after that. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out work stuff, freelance graphic design stuff, knitwear design stuff. I'm not being very clear on this because it's very new news and I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing. But I have a lot on my plate and I'm juggling a lot personally, and I want to do like what I want to do, which is the fun stuff, which is the knitting stuff. And I want to take that more full time, but it's very tricky. And I have a lot of jobs, honestly, right now. So I'm trying to figure out what to do next. And especially with this new news that kind of changes things. And so I am really evaluating life right now, and then, dealing with everything else. And here's another layer of the news and everything else that's happening. Alex Pretty, who was the second person killed in Minnesota, worked at the ICU at the Minneapolis VA hospital. And that is where my dad was. If you watched Vlogmas, you'll hear me talking about how my dad was not doing well and he was in the hospital. My dad was in the ICU at the Minneapolis Veterans Hospital, which is where Alex Pretty was a nurse. So I was talking with my stepmom, and she said that he was not my dad's like designated nurse, because my dad had guy nurses who were helping him like get up and walk. But my dad saw Alex every day that he was there. He was there almost a week. I think he was there like 5 days or something like that. So that just really hits extra hard and hits home and makes you realize it's a real person who is a helper. It's just so devastating and so sad and everything. And so I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. This is a real tangent, but we're all connected. We're all neighbors. in every city, in every state, and we all should be looking out for each other. We should be looking at Minnesota's amazing example of brotherhood and helping people you don't know and helping other people in your city, and the outpouring of support that you see. Like, I've seen all these Minnesota yarn shops that are gathering supplies and donations and food and getting it out to the people who need it, that can't leave their homes. And it's an inspiration, and my heart is with you, Minnesota. I have like all these Minnesota trips coming up that like I'm going there in February. I'm going there in March. My daughter is going on tour with her band, like 2 different places in Minneapolis. So it's like, we're there a lot. I have family up there, like I mentioned before, and it's just always on my mind. So as I go to New York City and I want to have, a great time there as well, and I want to go hug my friends in New York, it's still, all this is in the back of my mind, and I'm sure you can relate. We're all just trying to do our best and call our reps. That's one thing you can do from anywhere. Call your reps and, tell them ICE needs to go. This administration needs to go, and we can't be giving them more money, and I'm not going to go on forever. I'm going to stop here, but you know what I'm saying. You know what to do. Let's do it. If we all work together, we can hopefully make some change, because this is too serious to ignore. And yeah, if we all work together, it's the only way. So, and now it's like impossible to transition, but let's pack for New York. I'll show you what I'm packing for a very cold weekend in New York. It's a very quick trip. So I'm just going Thursday through Sunday. It goes by in a flash. I always kind of do it the same way because it hits right before my daughter's birthday. So I'm getting home the day before her birthday. So let me show you what I'm packing. My little things, I am bringing my Baggu kind of sling bag that's really easy to carry around the city and just carries the necessities. And then I'll probably bring a bigger tote or something, or maybe my knitter's backpack to Vogue Knitting Live itself, because I'll probably be shopping and I want to bring stuff. But this is like my city go bag, easy bag, small bag. And then of course I have toiletries. Yes, everything is black and yellow. It all just magically coordinates. You'll see it in a minute. My favorite charger. This is the best. Especially like in the winter, your phone battery dies faster in the cold, especially if you're using it to navigate, which I do the entire time. So, okay, this charger, which I had another version of, and it was recalled, I think, but it has a little paw. It's on Amazon. I'll link it below because I love this thing, because this little strap is, hold on, the charging cord. So this will charge it. This will connect from this to your phone and to a charger. And then it just fits back into this. So it's also like a little strap / lanyard that you can actually like carry it with. It's genius, and it's small, and it's not super heavy like some of them are. And this one, the charge lasts a long time. So I will link it below because it's like my favorite now. And it's just easy to throw in your bag. Like even that little bag, it doesn't take up the whole thing. So charger, very important. I am also bringing various masks, because part of Vogue Knitting Live, and I love this about New York, like I feel like the rest of the country doesn't always take sickness and health seriously, and it is a big deal, and there are people that are immunocompromised. And so the first hour, I think, of the marketplace each day is masked, which is so nice and so considerate to people who really need that too. So I'm bringing masks, and I also still like to wear them on the plane. You can laugh at me if you want. When there's people coughing all over the plane and you're going somewhere and you don't want to be sick for your event and miss it, it is nice to have masks. So I have bright yellow masks. I have a black one. I have the cloth kind. I carry a variety just in case, and I just throw them in my backpack. And then I am bringing wool socks, like the coziest socks I have. I wore a lot of these in Iceland. I have Smart Wool and I have Darn Tough. Those are kind of my favorite brands of wool socks. These are in my Amazon links too. There's lots of good ones, but I wear these all the time. I wear them at home all winter. I wear them hiking. They're like technically hiking wool socks, but they're a little bit thicker. You don't want to be wandering around the city. Like I try to go as far as I can each day and do as much as I can outside, even when it's cold. And the wool socks will get you through. Otherwise, I mean, they just got like a foot of snow. So you're going to be in it. And I'm from Iowa, so I understand this. So I'm prepared with lots of wool socks. And I do bring extras in case they get wet or in case I need to change midday. The new socks I found are these sets from Amazon. They come in 3 packs. I got a black set, and then there's one with like a gray and a tan and a black or something like that. They are like thicker boot socks, and they have a thicker cuff at the top. And these are so warm. They feel so good. I think they're part wool, like it's a blend, but these are the coziest things I've ever had on. They're almost like a slipper sock, and I've been wearing them at home constantly this winter, and they're keeping my feet so warm. And when I got them, they were on sale for like $13 for a 3-pack, which is unheard of. But go check out the link below because these are amazing if you are cold all the time or if your feet are cold all the time. And these I'll show you in a minute. I have some boots that are slightly too big that these are perfect for because they are like boot socks and they kind of fill in that space because I do not want blisters either. And so these are so cozy and nice. And then I'm still looking through my hand knit accessory piles to see like what accessories I'm going to bring, but I'm going to bring my favorite Sophie scarf because it's perfect to wrap around my neck and tuck into my jacket, and you can wear it inside and outside, and it's always cute, and it really does keep me warm. And then I always have my half-hour hat, but I bring it in black because it matches everything and it matches my coat. And then this is this is really old. This is a Wool and the Gang eyeball hat, and I can't remember, there was a designer collab or something. It's like a space or like a Pac-Man ghost. I don't know what it is, but I love this stinking hat. It is Wool and the Gang Crazy Sexy Wool. I knitted it, I swear, like at least 10 years ago, and I always take this to New York City because it's massive. You can like pull it all the way down. It really covers your whole head and your ears and everything, and you just get like hunkered down and you go in the city. So I always bring this, and it's just like a really fun hat. And so yeah, I bring a couple things, you know, layers, and then I've got mittens and gloves somewhere. I need to hunt all that stuff down. But this is my start of my accessory pile. Don't want to bring too much, but you want to be warm because it will be cold for sure. Also, I don't stay in the hotel where Vogue Knitting Live is held. It's the Marriott Marquis. It is just a little pricey for me, and I've never stayed there. I always stay at their surrounding hotels. So this year I'm staying at the Pod Times Square. I think I've stayed there I've stayed there quite a few times now, but it's more affordable. It's a bit of a walk, but most of them are, and I don't mind. I'm going to get coffee on the way and grab a bagel and like eat on the way while I'm walking, and it's fine. So yeah, this is why I bring the accessories, to be warm, and you know, I'm not just like going to wing it and not have the right gear. I'm a knitter, okay? So I'm going to stay cozy. I'm also bringing my Gaptastic. This is the most recent one I've made. I have like 4 of them now. I have a yellow one too that I could grab, but this is the mushroom colored one that I made during December, and I think it's perfect with my black coat and my black hat or whatever. And this too can be worn inside or outside. And I always bring this turtleneck too. This is one of the Uniqlo Heat Tech or whatever they are. It's like the warm, lightweight, I don't know. You just need a black turtleneck. And I wear these all the time. So yeah. Let's look at my knits. And now I have like the same problem I had at Rhinebeck, where I have a few sweaters I want to bring and I don't have that much space. So I'll have to kind of narrow it down, but I'm bringing this one, obviously, and I'll probably just wear it with black jeans or blue jeans. I wanted to bring Greta because this is one of my newer designs from the past year. And my friends Christine and Jen were going to wear their Gretas, I think, on Saturday. And so we were going to maybe meet up in the morning, and I wanted to wear that with them. So if I have room, I'm going to bring Greta. And then now I kind of want to wear my Bjork warmthness sweater because we've been talking about it. And this is a fun one to wear there because it's bright, it's fun to wear. This is a knitting thing, and so people appreciate like weird different knits. And it's my favorite shade of chartreuse, and so I'll probably bring this again. I wore it last time, but I just can't get enough of it, and it is really fun. And like I said, I have a Mayak party on Thursday. I have to wear something cool too. And then Friday can be kind of anything, but then there's a Modern Daily Knitting gathering that night. And then Saturday, I think I'm probably going to wear my Lærke Bagger. I don't know. So I got to figure it out. But then I also have my knit collage. Remember I knitted this just for this trip? The only problem is this one takes up a lot of space in my suitcase. It doesn't look like it, but it is really thick. And when you try to squish it down, I do have one of those air bags though that you press the air out, and so that would be helpful. So I'll give it a try. I'll try to bring all of these because I think I could wear them all to different occasions or on different days. And this one's really warm, so it would be smart to bring it. And this is, you know, the one I knit in the beginning of the month for this trip, and then I, had to add this on. But It's never a problem to have too many things to wear, so whatever, we'll figure it out. Then I always bring at least 1 or 2 bagoos for shopping, yarn shopping, regular shopping, whatever. It's just always good to have one in your bag, or, even if I grab a couple snacks somewhere. So I always carry one of these. Footwear is always one of the tricky things. I like to walk and walk and walk as much as I can, even in the cold. My New Balance are my favorites because my feet, I've had foot surgery, and so I'm always careful about my feet not hurting. These are the best. They do kind of match with everything, and they're the most comfortable. And with my wool socks, they're pretty warm. So, they're not the warmest, but they're not bad. But for warmth, I think, and I know these are crazy, I think I'm going to bring my Sorel boots that I just got on clearance. I got such a good deal on these. I had to get them clearly for the yellow soles, but they're also waterproof. And I don't know how waterproof, but I actually have a pair of these in solid black that I've worn before too. And since they just got all that snow, I think these really honestly make sense. I'm mostly wearing black anyway, and I wear a big black coat, black jeans. So this will be like my little bit of color. And look at those soles. For getting through snow, these honestly make sense. So I wasn't going to bring these, but if I wear them to the airport and pack my New Balance, it'll probably all fit. And then I've got a change of shoes too. So sometimes you got to change. I can't wear these the entire time. I still have to have like a casual pair of tennis shoes. So I think those are my 2 pairs of shoes for the weekend. Then I'm packing really normal stuff like pajama pants, my Knitting is Resistance t-shirt to go either as pajamas or under a sweater. I'm bringing a pair of my thicker, cozy sweatpants to wear like if I'm running around or doing something, or even to the airport, just like a warmer pair. I have this awesome chartreuse base layer. It's from Half Days that I wore in Iceland, and it keeps me really warm. This is perfect under a sweater or under anything when I'm running around to keep me extra warm. And so that is coming, and it's also really long, so you can tuck it in, and it really does keep me warm. And then I have a smart wool pant and undershirt set that I love. I wear this all the time. I wore this in Iceland too. It's just long sleeve, plain. The pants are thinner. It's like a thinner weight that it can work underneath your regular pants. And it really does help, especially walking around the city and your legs are freezing. This really makes a big difference. So sometimes inside, like maybe on the Vogue Knitting Live day, I won't wear all of this underneath because I'll be inside a lot. But on the days that I'm running around the city, I will be wearing this. And then I'm just bringing 3 pairs of pants for 3 days. I've got green pants, jeans, and black jeans. And I'll wear the black jeans the most because they go with everything. But that should do it, I think. Is that about it? I think that's all. And of course, I'll bring a knitting project. I haven't decided which one yet, but it will be in this bag, and I will bring that. And I think that's about it. And a really warm coat. So my New York plans keep getting more and more fun. I can't even, the more messages and the closer it gets, things happen a day before and you can't predict. There's going to be special guests. Should I just tell you who? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Last minute, my friend Helen Magnuson, who was my tour guide in Iceland and friend, is coming super last minute. She was like, "Where are you staying?" And I told her where, and then she booked a room there too. So now I have a buddy to walk with, which is so much more fun, and we can grab coffee. I'm so excited about this. I can't even explain, because we really bonded in Iceland, and I don't know, I love her to death. And so I'm really excited she's going to be there. I cannot believe that just happened. But the rest of my days are full now. I'm a little concerned to make sure I can do everything. So I fly in Thursday, and then I have kind of the most of the day planned, things I want to do and see before it gets busy. And then there's the Mayak kickoff party, in case you're going to be there too, and in case we bump into each other. I'm going to that on Thursday night. Then Friday, I again have my own itinerary plan and things I want to do and see, and friends I'm meeting up with. And then Friday evening, the Vogue Knitting Live starts, I think, later in the day Friday. So I'll go to that. Then there is an MDK Society, I think, gathering from 4 to 6 after the marketplace closes at the Marriott. And so I'm going to that. And then I'll go grab dinner somewhere and do all that stuff. One kind of cool thing that I've added to my to-do list in New York, if I have time, is I want to go to the Hidden Yarn Shop in Manhattan. Have you heard about this? It's like the secret yarn shop, but I think it's not so secret anymore because it popped up on Instagram a couple of times from different users. It is called HB Navavian, and it is like through these freight doors and down these stairs. And I want to go see if I can find it and go check that out. So if I have time, I'm going to go there. Saturday is full Vogue Knitting Live day. I'm hopefully meeting up with some friends in the morning for coffee, possibly, and bagels or breakfast or something. I have a meeting at 11. At 2:30, there is a knitting circle. I think it's on the 5th floor. And I'm such a fangirl, so I watch knitting YouTube too. Of course I do. And 3 of my favorites are going to be there at 2:30. Made in the Moment, Amazing-ish Grace, and Mrs. Moon Heaven. Do you know who I'm talking about on Instagram and YouTube? I am like the dorkiest secret fangirl. So I'm going to go say hi if I have time then. And then 3 o'clock, I have an appointment, like meeting. And then from 4 o'clock till 4:30, if you haven't bumped into me yet, I'm doing a meet and greet at the Next Loop Lounge by the elevators on the 5th floor, 4 to 4:30 Saturday. And then 5:15 to 5:45 p.m. Saturday, I'm doing Meet the Designer on the fashion show stage on the 6th floor with a bunch of very, very cool designers. You'll have to come see what we're going to talk about. It's kind of a surprise. And so that is where I'll be. And then Sunday, I'm probably coming back to Vogue Knitting Live. I fly out. It's like over so fast. But I'm going to try to run a couple errands and do some fun things that morning too. And then get on the plane and come back home, and it'll all be over so fast. But that is basically my schedule for the weekend. So I hope to see you if you're going to be there. That is all I have for this week. Thank you so much for hanging out here with me. I am going to go finish packing. I'm going to finish knitting my sweater, and then I'm going to deal with all of these ends. It's a lot. Like, it's a lot. And so I'm definitely embracing the tie the knots thing that Lærke says in her book, because it's the only way, and I'm running out of time. So tying knots and probably leaving all those ends in there, it'll just be a little bit more cozy with all the ends, right? As you know, I upload a new video every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Come back next week. I'm going to try my very best to get a recap put together of Vogue Knitting Live and everything I did during the long weekend. I think it's going to be a good one. It seems like there's going to be like a lot of my friends are going to be there. I'm going to these special like parties and gatherings, and Helen's going to be there. And so I'm really excited. There's going to be like special guests, I think. It's going to be really fun. And so stop back next week. I will try very hard to get a video up Saturday morning. If for some reason I can't do it in time, I'll do Sunday morning as a last resort, but usually like I'll try really hard to make it work. Thank you for hanging out here with me. Please stay cozy, stay warm, stay safe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.